Well, Bob, it wasn't a bad night, even though the
Yeah.
humidity's creeping up. It felt pretty decent
It's
out
still
there.
It's not like oppressive it was
Not
last
yet.
week. Yeah, no, when it was
not
in,
like
it feels
last
like
week.
temperature at this hour at 93. It's
Ugh.
like 87 now, so a little
Okay,
bit
not too
cooler. But
bad.
yeah, you were right. Beautiful day today too. I got a chance to get out there and do some fishing.
Fishing?
With some great fishing pictures to show you too. Towering cumulonimbus. This one said it. You know, the storms are so isolated. You get shots like these, but when you got storms all around, you don't get these as often. Boy, a pretty shot there. We have had some showers around, not so much near the coast. The coast is clear for the most part all day long. We had a few clouds move through occasionally, but all in all, it has been a fairly quiet night up and down the coast. There's some showers now down into South Sarasota near Inglewood. Look at this little spin right here. This is an upper level feature, and it's got dry air entrained in it, which is a little unusual to see this right now just kind of hanging right there. If it were to move our way, we'd dry out a little bit more tomorrow, but that's unlikely. You can see that dry air is kind of thinning out across the peninsula. So showers are in the forecast. They'll stay there tomorrow afternoon and evening. No washout, no rain out. And in fact, the storms won't be nearly as widespread as they normally are during this time of year when we get a big coverage and lots of lightning strikes. But that's not going to be the case tomorrow. We're still going to see storms, but they won't be nearly as gathering around our area. Some showers gathering right now near Inglewood, and I had some rain near Northport earlier in Port Charlotte. Nothing going on in Manatee County right now. There's still that east coast sea breeze. We could see 1 or 2 lone showers pop up in the next hour, but for the most part the rain is over. And as I mentioned, most of it was inland in Manatee County. This particular area right here had up to near 2 inches of rain, and then estimates a little less of that in parts of Charlotte and also into South Sarasota. Currently it's 83. Dew point is high now, 74, and the humidity at 74%. Winds are out of the west northwest at 5, and the pressure is fairly high. The high today was 91 degrees, 76 the morning low. Those both running a little bit above average, and no rainfall to report. It's been dry, relatively dry for the coastal locations. Some inland showers and storms. Producing up to 1 inch, 1.5 inches at times over the past couple of days. 81 in Jacksonville. It's warm in Miami and also Key West. 84 degrees in Key West, 82 in Tallahassee. And temperatures all in the low 80s right now. Typically when you get a large area of heavy rainfall and storms moving in on a normal basis, it cools things down at this hour, usually into the mid 70s to upper 70s at this time. RPM forecast model not showing any rainfall overnight. There could be a few coastal showers in the morning there, late morning, and then that pushes inland along the sea breeze, and then they'll come back as the east coast breeze makes it toward the west coast, similar to what we saw today. Just a little bit more coverage in the mix, I do believe, especially over the weekend too. We'll see a chance for showers and storms, especially inland, and some of those could be heavy rainmakers both on Saturday and Sunday. Well, things are quiet throughout the Caribbean right now. Some heavy storms near Cuba. Upper level low continues to move off to the west. Nothing going on in the tropics right now, but boy, lots happening across Kansas into Missouri, all the way into Kentucky, as well as into Virginia tonight. The severe thunderstorm watch is out for that region. This is the same system that brought all that rough weather to Illinois yesterday. Temperatures behind the front. You can see much cooler in places like Toronto and Boston, in the 60s there. Warmer out to the south of it. Still 87 at this hour in Dallas. And look at this, 103 in Phoenix. Although the heat is cooling somewhat, it's still extremely hot in the desert southwest. For boaters, it looks like this. Pretty good weather for boating over the next few days, and looks like light chop to smooth conditions out there. We'll see a little west breeze developing in the afternoon. Water temperature hanging around in the mid to upper 80s, and the high tide upcoming 4:56. And the forecast tonight does call for a few showers, still possible, but most of it's over. And then we'll see mostly fair skies to start the day off tomorrow. Then a few clouds in the afternoon with scattered storms. The extended forecast does call for a little bit better chance for some showers and storms to move in for the next several days, all the way through next week.